What's up? What's up? What's up, y'all? I'm late. Y'all know I'm trying to get caught up. So let's get into Love After Lockup. We know we have a new episode tomorrow. We'll get that. Listen, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. But let's get into last week's episode of Love After Lockup. What's up, JB Boo? I was thinking about you earlier. We gotta talk about some stuff, honey. What's up, lovely soul of 32? Anybody else coming in? Come on in. But we're gonna go ahead and jump right into it. So let me start with the least to the most, child. Let me start with the least to the most. So the couple I care least about in this week's episode is Will and that girl. I don't even have her name. That lets you know how much I don't care about the two of them. Will, let me say something. I don't even have time for the pleasantries. We're gonna jump right into it. Will, you're a creep. Courtney, that's the girl name. It's Will and Courtney. Let me tell you something. Will, you are a creep. There is something about Will that makes my skin crawl. I don't know what it is about you, sir. I don't know you personally. This is not a personal indictment. This is based off of what they have shown me on this show. You are a creep. Now, Courtney, I think Courtney is going to get everything she can get up off of you, and then she's going to leave. She is not interested in being with you for the long term. She may even go through and marry you. You know why? Because she can get what she wants if she marries you. One, you have money. Let's just go ahead and throw that out there. But two, in order for her to leave the state, she has to be married. Like, that's the way she can get out of that state. And I believe that's what she wants. She wants to get away. And so, yeah, she's going to do that. So, we saw that, they went back to the hotel. She has to go to the halfway house. So I don't even think they were able to have like a full night together. Or maybe they were able to have one night together, child. I don't even know. But she wanted pizza and some penis. That is what she said. That is a quote. I want pizza and penis. And we see her get in the shower, and he bought her all this lingerie and stuff, and we see her eating that pizza, and then we see them, get to kissing, and then they put production out. So I'm sure we know what happens next. So the next time we see them, he's on his way to take her to the halfway house, and he's talking about, so when you trying to, no, she asked him, so when are we trying to get married? He was like, hell, we can do it today. Baby, she looked at him like, I don't even know you. She actually said that in her confessional. She was like, I don't even know you. What you mean we can do it today? She did say that the sex was great, that he's a freak and she's a freak, and they was freaking. Okay, look. These are one of the few couples that I do not have an update on, not because they haven't given us one, but I don't really follow either one of them on social media. I only go by like, Shade in the City, girl, I sent you a text and you never responded, ma'am. But we need to talk. We got to catch up. I ain't talked to my Tracy Pooh in about 2 weeks, honey. Life has been lifing, but we'll link up this weekend. We'll catch up this weekend. But with that being said, child, can his big teeth behind not get a woman in the real world? He can't. I didn't respond. I didn't see. Okay, my bad. I apologize there. If Trace responded, I eat that. My bad, Tracy Boo. My bad. Because Trace don't play them games. Okay, so with all of that being said, ladies and gentlemen, that's Will and Courtney. Now, they may have an update. I just don't know what it is, and I honestly just don't care. But I think Will is a creep, and like JB said, Will's a creep and she's a scammer, and it is what it is. No, I don't think he can get a woman in the real world because he's a creep. I mean, he's a creep. I mean, the man is developing a dating app for people who are into I don't know if it's a kink or if it's a fetish. I think it's a fetish of the flurries. Y'all know the flurries, the people that dress up like animals and stuff, the furry, they call them furries, whatever. He's creating a dating app for them because he said that, it's hard for them to find people in their own community. They got whole like chat groups and shit. They have conventions. Like the first time I heard about the furries was on CSI. You know how long ago that was? The original CSI, not the reboot, the original CSI. There was like a furry convention in Vegas and somebody died and they had to solve it, whatever, right? So they have whole conventions and shit. Do they really need you to create a dating app for them? But neither here nor there. He might become a millionaire off of it. What can I say? I mean, somebody right now is a billionaire by putting glue on the back of a sheet of paper so it'll stick to your desk. We call them Post-its. Somebody came up with that idea, and they are now a billionaire. So what you gonna do? Moving right along. So that is Will and Courtney. And for somebody I don't care about, I did talk a lot about them. This next couple I don't care nothing about, at least in this episode, I don't care nothing about them, is Julius, Ashley, and Alexis. We left off with Ashley crying in the hotel room over this man that she never met. Okay. She got his name tatted and all this other crazy stuff, and he's calling her crazy. Right? He's saying that she's crazy. He actually sneaks out of the hotel room. She comes upstairs talking about something. Is he still here? Girl, get some self-esteem about yourself. Now, she swear, spoiler alert, because it's all over the blogs. She claims she got a new man and that he is still calling her. He said the only reason why he was calling her basically was to tell her to shut up and stop talking about the show because she was going to fuck up her NDA. It doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter. He goes back to the apartment. Am I the only one? Am I the only one that noticed that Julius had on a whole different outfit when he got back to the apartment? Am I the only one that noticed that? Because the whole time he was at the hotel with Ashley, he had on a white t-shirt. When he got back to the apartment with Alexis, he had on a black wife beater. Now, the wife beater might have been underneath the t-shirt, but that would have been my first question. First of all, I need him to learn how to say misconstrue, and then we can have a conversation. Baby, he had on a black wife beater when he got to the apartment. That would have been a clue for me. And then as soon as he walked in, he wants to take a shower. Now, the fact that he didn't even do nothing with with Ashley, really makes me question, why did you need to take a shower as soon as you walked in the door? You made yourself look guilty. You made yourself look guilty because let my man walk in the house with a different outfit than when he walked out with, and then the first thing he need to do is jump in the shower. Oh, bitch, we are having a conversation. Because that is suspicious ass behavior. And the fact that we know, at least on camera, he didn't even do nothing, it just looks suspicious. And that makes me wonder if that was a production thing to add the spice to this moment, or Julius is just an idiot and that could be it true. Okay. He did something with someone else, maybe. That's what I was wondering too, JB. Like, did he ditch production after that and then went to see somebody else and then come back in? Listen, Nails will be fighting, baby. On that one, I might have to have a conversation. Okay. But then we see later on he goes to his probation, and Alexis is like, I'm not stupid. Something is up. I know something is up. Well, he did. I'm sure he smelled like weed. He looked like he smelled like weed. Julius looked dirty. Can I say something? I remember one time me and my daddy, shout out to my daddy too. We went out to dinner for his birthday today. Shout out to my daddy. But me and my daddy, we were riding down the street. We were in the car, and we saw this guy walking down the street, and he actually looked like Lil Wayne, right? Looked like Lil Wayne, dreadlocks, tattoos everywhere, little skinny guy. And my dad said, and I will never forget, my dad pointed at that guy, and he said, you see that fella right there? He said he might have just got out the shower, but he looked dirty. That is how I feel about Julius. Julius might have just got out the shower, but he looks dirty. He come out of probation. He said, I know something going on with Alexis, but we can ready to go on this date. And Alexis was like, I'm trying to have fun, but I know something ain't right. I'm not stupid. I know something ain't right. So they go to this little game, this little game bars. And those places are fun. There's one that some of my coworkers go to. And it's like a coffee shop, but they have all the different games, and they let you play games and all that kind of stuff. It's actually a fun little spot to go to with some friends and stuff. First, she pick up the Uno cards. He told me, nah, I won't play no Uno. That's what they play in jail. Sir. So they end up playing Connect 4. Whatever. Oh, let me put a pin in that. Rewind. Alexis calls her friend and lets her friend know that her and Julius, they got it in. It was cool. It was whatever. And then her friend gonna say, girl, did he shoot up the club? And she talking about something. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think he was going to pull out, but I don't know if he did. That's not something that I do with everybody. Now, listen, y'all can be mad at me all y'all want. Y'all can say, oh, really be you buying into stereotypes. Oh, really be. Let me explain something to y'all. I don't be having, I'm about to tell y'all too much of my personal business. But let me say, I'm going to just leave it at them. I'm going to keep it with them. Y'all don't need to know my business. I'm going to keep it with them. There is absolutely no way that I'm sleeping with somebody for the first time and I don't know we don't have no records. I ain't been to the doctor. He ain't been to the doctor. I haven't seen his health record. He ain't seen my health record and he's shooting up nothing. No ma'am, no Pam. I don't be understanding y'all people. Maybe I grew up with too many after school specials. See, they need to bring these after school specials back. The kids are not getting scared enough. That is the problem. They scared me straight. I grew up in the era of HIV. And let me tell you something. I am scared. I have been scared my whole life. Okay. I ain't been scared of. It's only been two things I've been scared of, and that's getting pregnant and that's getting HIV. And I promise you, I have done everything in my power to avoid both of those things happening. This man has just been locked up for however many years he was locked up. However many years he was locked up. No, sir. Now, I ain't saying, I understand you want to sleep with your man. I get that, whatever. But, baby, we're going to the doctor before we do all shooting up the club. Boy, we wearing 2 condoms. That boy been in jail for 6 years. And listen, I know Alexis is a scorned lover. I understand that. And she petty as fuck. But Alexis said something that I found to be very interesting. Alexis said that Julius said, I haven't had sex with a woman in 6 years. Why did he have to specify he hasn't had sex with a woman in 6 years? Why he couldn't just say, I ain't had sex in 6 years? Hold on, y'all. This damn camera. Now, I'm not saying that automatically means that man was in jail, because again, that's a stereotype. And y'all, my internet tripping tonight. Sorry if it's moving funky, but I ain't trying to buy into no stereotypes. But at the same time, he did say he hadn't had sex with a woman in 6 years, and I'm just wondering why he had to specify that. But that's neither here nor there. I don't want y'all. Don't come for me. Don't come for me. I'm just bringing these things up. So then Alexis asked him, so is there another woman? Because I ain't crazy. I feel something. She says she got a discerning spirit. Well, ma'am, you need to get that antenna fixed. Your discernment is off. And let me tell you why your discernment is off. Because if your discernment was really on, your discernment would have told you not to fuck with him in the first place. So I feel like your discernment ain't really what you think it is. Either that or that voice is talking to you and you ignoring it. Either way, your discernment is off. So you ask him, is there another woman? And he tells you yes. So now you all upset. You all in your fifis. Girl, bye. Because you ain't going nowhere. You talking about, see, this, let me tell you what problem I have. And I say this to my friends. I say this to my friends all the time. Listen, don't ask questions unless you're ready to deal with the answer. Don't ask your man if he's cheating on you and you know you're not going to go nowhere. I'm like Miss Evelyn, Mama Evelyn Braxton. Let that man cheat in peace. If you ask your man if he's cheating on you and you know you're not ready to leave him and you're not going nowhere, they don't need asking the question. Because first of all, if you got to ask the question, you probably fucking know the answer. That's number one. And number two, if you're not ready to leave, why? Why are we going through it? Why do you need to confirm the heartbreak if you're not leaving? And I used to tell my girlfriends that all the time. Don't ask them questions and then call me crying. He cheated on me. He did. And then 2 weeks later, y'all going out for date night, posting on Instagram, smiling and shit from in front of the Roost Chris. I don't care. I don't want to hear it. Now, if you call me and you say, girl, he lied, he cheated, he's a manipulator, he's a deceiver, a heartbreaker, and you say, girl, I need you to help me pack my shit, I am there. I am the friend to call, baby. We packing shit. Okay, if you need a place to stay, baby, it's here. I got a guest bedroom with a made-up bed. Boom, bam, you got it. But what you're not gonna do is waste my time. That's what you're not gonna do. Now, I ain't saying you can't call me if y'all got into a fight and you mad. I ain't even saying me and you can't go out for a girls' night, guys' night, and have some cocktails and talk shit. We can do all of that. We can do all of that, but don't call me like you gonna do something and then you know you ain't really gonna do it. I don't have that kind of time. So I don't even know why you asked him that question, Alexis. You knew good and damn well you wasn't going nowhere. And in the previews for next week, you talking about something. You want to turn on your location? His location needed to be down to the unemployment office. That's where his location need to be. Now, for two couples I said I didn't care nothing about, I done spent almost 20 minutes. Now, let's get to these other people. Brian, and what's the girl name? Y'all gonna tell me in the chat. Ain't his name Brian? Wait, is that the next couple I want to talk about? No, I think the next couple I don't care nothing about is Savannah and Bradley. Let's go through Savannah. Let's start with Savannah and Bradley. I think that's the next couple I don't care nothing about. Brooklyn. You're right. That's her name. Hold on. Thank you, Trees. Hold on for a second, y'all. I'm leaving out. I'm coming right back because this thing is really giving me. I'm gonna leave out and come back again. All right. I hope that's better, child. I was just saying to myself, I ain't even say it out loud. I was just saying to myself yesterday, oh my gosh, my internet is doing so much better. Now today it's acting stupid. But we back. Kenya said, I'm not with the sharing location. Sorry, I don't need somebody knowing everywhere I'm at. Let me tell you something. I share location with 3 people, okay? 3 people. My mama, my daddy, and my niece. My niece, I don't know. She turned that shit on. I didn't even turn it on. And I don't have no problem with my niece knowing my location because I need to know hers because she's living up there in Detroit and I need to know her location. I don't have no problems with that. And of course, my mama and my daddy because they my mama and my daddy. But other than that, don't nobody else need to really know where the fuck I am. I said where if you want to know where I am, call me and ask. Either you believe me or you don't. No, it's still acting stupid, but we're gonna make it work, child. I'm sorry, y'all. The internet on I don't know what it looks like on y'all end, but my end is real choppy, but we're gonna make it work. It's Savannah and Bradley. This the next couple I don't really care nothing about. Now I do want Brooklyn's bag. Brooklyn, you got that UGG Telfar jean bag and it's cute as fuck, and I want it. But that's a side note, girl. Send me that bag. You know you ain't using it no more. Send me that bag. Well, actually, don't send me that bag. It's probably dirty because it's just probably dirty. Moving right along. So, Savannah and Bradley. Savannah, you care way too much about other people's opinion of you. And I'm with Bradley on this one. Bradley said, listen, either you and my sister going to be cool or you and my sister are not going to be cool. All I'm asking is that you not do anything to make the situation worse than what it already is. My sisters don't like you. That's it. That's all. Okay? That's it. That's all. Exactly, JB. That's why I stopped. That's exactly why I stopped. And I was like, because we saw her apartment. Savannah, you want something that Bradley can't give you. And then when Bradley didn't respond the way you wanted him to respond, now you in your feelings. And he told you were like, I'm really trying to make this work. And he was like, but why? Why? So now you in your feelings and now you got an attitude. So the next day he tells you, my sister got a dental appointment for me for tomorrow. And I really appreciated that because if not, I would have had to wait until a month from now, 2 months from now for me to get my teeth worked on. And I've been neglecting my teeth for the last however many years because I've had to go through the prison dentist And it seems to me, Savannah, like you would want him to get his teeth together. You're the one that got to kiss that mouth. It seems to me like you would want him to have his teeth together. So then Savannah gonna say, well, did you ask her to do that or she just did that? He was like, I appreciated that she did it. Like, girl, why does it matter? Why does it matter whether his sister voluntarily looked out for him or he asked his sister to do it? Well, I don't even understand what the issue was, but okay, whatever, fine, cool. So then she gonna say, well, who gonna take you? Because that's like 45 minutes from here. I hope you don't think I'm gonna take you. Like, I'm not gonna be your personal chauffeur. He was like, whoa, where's all this coming from? Like, I didn't even think about how I was gonna get there. But you clearly have a problem with it. Like, he said, well, I'll figure it out because I'm gonna get my teeth clean. I'm about to go figure my teeth situation to get out, right? Right, the free people are crazier than the inmates, Kenya, because we ain't even got the Brooke crazy ass yet. We're gonna get to her in a minute. So then Bradley was like, listen, I don't really have the time for this. You and this attitude, I'm not dealing with it. And then Bradley jumps in the car and drives off. Baby, Savannah sat there for a second and was like, I know he didn't just steal my motherfucking car. She said, that's not even my car. Now, Bradley, you was wrong for that. Bradley, why you jump in that woman's car and drive off? You know that's not your car. You know that she crazy as fuck. Why would you get in that car and drive off like that? So now she calling all around town, threatening to call the police and have him arrested for a stolen vehicle. Girl, if you don't go sit your ass down somewhere, first, second, third, fourth of all, I still want to know what Savannah people do. Because did y'all see that driveway? He hadn't even left y'all property yet. He was still on the driveway when you called. Cause you know how I know that he was still on y'all property and he hadn't even gone nowhere yet. It wasn't even no lines on that road. That was still a private road. It wasn't no lines on that road. Y'all see how big that house is where Savannah lives? With that 4-car garage. Savannah, you could have took that man. You could have took that man down the street to get his teeth fixed. You don't have no job. What the fuck else were you doing? Her grandmother had made it to look like Monticello. I believe it. That's what it looked like too. But that's how I know that he was still on y'all property because there wasn't even no lines on that road. They probably are descendants of slaves. They probably did make their money off of tobacco. Mm-hmm. See how I just made up a whole story. Correct, really be what day and time are you reviewing Beyond the Gates this weekend? Baby, I don't know. And I'm going to tell you why. I'm off schedule and I'm trying to do the best I can and get caught up. I do not know. I am actually not even done watching the episodes from last week. I'm watching Friday's episode. Literally, I was watching Friday's episode before I went live. So I may do last week's episodes. I may do that tomorrow when I get off work. I'm not promising. I'm trying to get that done. And then me and JB, actually, me and him got to talk because I ain't talked to JB all week. So me and JB need to talk. I think it was only 3 episodes this week though. So me and JB, I heard everybody keeps saying that today's episode was good. So please don't spoil it for me, please. Nobody spoil it for me. Please, please, please don't spoil it for me. But I may do it tomorrow when I get off work. And then Raising Canaan, I need to do the 2 episodes of Raising Canaan and then do this week's episode. I'm going to do it separately. So I'm still trying to get caught up, correct? So right now, I honestly don't know. But once I talk to JB and find out what's good for him for Saturday, then I'll know when we'll do this week's episode. So, but I I'm hanging there with me, y'all. I'm trying to get caught up. I didn't expect this week was crazy. And I have a banquet to go to Saturday evening. So I'm home during the day. The banquet, like the social hour starts at 6 and it's about an hour away from where I live. So it's about an hour away from where I live. So I'll probably leave my house by 5, which means that I got to start getting ready by 4. So my Saturday is a little limited as well. I know it didn't come on last week, but I haven't done the last 2 episodes. I'm behind on everything. When I say I'm behind on all my reviews, I'm behind on all my reviews. So I'm trying to get caught up this weekend. JB, I'll call you maybe if JB doesn't mind talking about last week's episodes and this week's episodes. Maybe I'll just do one live with him on Saturday. But it's going to depend on what his time is looking like. So I'll keep you guys posted. You said I'm tired just listening to everything. Child, listen. Okay, so that's them. That's Savannah and Bradley, child. Okay, now we could do Brian and Brooklyn. Do I want to do Mike and Joey next? Let's just do Brian and Brooklyn because I don't really have a lot for them either, but I do have some things I want to say. We'll do Mike and Joey, and then we'll leave Brooke crazy ass last. So let me say this. Don't feel bad. I only saw today's episode for the mess. Oh, okay. So maybe me and JB, when we do our review, we could just do everything. We could just have the conversation about everything. And that'll save me one alive. So let's get into it. Brooklyn picks Brian up from the halfway house. He's free to go. Okay, cool. Okay. He's free to go, and they are together. Okay. They get back to her house. She is still talking about that girl on the back of that man's thing. Listen, girl, see, that's why these women be getting with these men in jail. No disrespect to anybody that's ever been locked up, but this is why these women are so open to marry these women in jail. They have low fucking self-esteem. Because Brooklyn, why are you this worried about a random picture of some woman in the back of his fucking device? First of all, even if it was a setup by production, the fact that you are responding this way is ridiculous. And if production wanted you to respond this way, then okay, fine. Get your check, get your coin. But if this is a legit reaction, girl, I need you to get it together. That's number one. Number two, I'm about to say this as nice as I can say it. And I know y'all are very intelligent. The people that follow me are very intelligent. So I know that y'all are going to understand what I'm putting down. I know y'all are going to hear what I am putting down. I am questioning what size bus Brian rode on to get to school. Y'all picking up what I'm putting down? I am questioning the size of the bus that Brian rode on to get to school. Y'all with me? Okay. They get back to the house, and of course they have sex because all of them have sex, right? So they have sex. The next day, they're having a welcome back party for Brian at her apartment, and we meet her daughter. Y'all know how I feel when these people bring these kids into this situation. I'm going to be honest. There were a couple of times when I felt like production was playing in my face on this episode. This was one of the times I felt like production was playing in my face. A couple of things were said in this scene that made me feel like that maybe Brooklyn and Brian know each other or have known each other more than what they're pretending. And I'm going to say, and here's why I'm going to say that. First of all, the little girl runs in the door and she immediately runs to the man, calls him best friend. I get it. You met him on the phone. Y'all probably been talking through FaceTime, yada, yada, yada. First thing out her mouth is, how was prison? I just felt like they was a little too familiar to never have met. And I understand that women do this. They bring these men into this situation and they bring these kids into this situation and they allow the men and the kids to get a little too close. And I'm not accusing Brian of anything nefarious. Let's be clear. I'm not accusing him of doing anything with that girl. What I am saying is, as the parent, why are you allowing your daughter to get this familiar with somebody that you don't even fucking know? You knew him in high school, but by both of y'all's admission, y'all say y'all never dated, y'all never did anything together, yada, yada, yada. Why in the hell are you allowing your child to get that familiar with this man? Why is this girl calling this man her best friend? Why is the first thing out her mouth, how was prison? She shouldn't even know that's where that boy was. If she never met him before, and there was no past relationship with this man and this little girl, why did you even need to tell her that man was in prison? He could have been away at work. He could have been in college. He could have been in the army. He could have been a million things that as a parent, I feel like you should have told him other than he was in jail. Prison. And she was very specific. Prison. I'll take bestie over daddy. That's true. I can agree with that too, JB. And then the first thing, you want to see my room? Again, I'm not accusing this man of doing anything at all. But I don't feel like they need to be in the room by themselves. I mean, I know the cameras were there, but I just don't feel like that needs to be a place. Them laying in bed together having a conversation about why he went to jail. Why is this child asking this man why he went to jail? And then she wouldn't just take, he said, I did some bad things. That should have been the end of the fucking conversation. What things? Well, what did you do? Well, what did you do? Well, what did you do? I made some mistakes. I did some bad things. That should be the end of the conversation. That whole scene, y'all, I ain't like it. And again, I want to be very clear. I am not accusing Brian of anything. I'm just telling you that I did not like it. Because when they break up, and they are going to break up, now what? Moving right along. I feel like that's all I cared about with Brian in Brooklyn. Okay, Mike and Joey. I don't even fucking know what to say about Mike and Joey. I do at this point, you know, I at one point I was feeling sorry for Joey. I do not feel sorry for Joey at this point because so y'all didn't even have sex. That should have been a clear indicator that either he left and went and had sex with somebody else while he wasn't with you, or he's just not that into you. Because ain't no way in hell that this man, who you know by your own admission has this high sex drive, didn't want to have sex. Hell, listen, if you horny enough, you can fake it till you make it. If you are horny enough, you can fake it till you make it. And he talking about some, well, you know, I got to be into it because I'm a top, so it ain't going to work if I ain't into it. Baby, after you've been in jail for however long you've been in jail, you can't fake it till you make it. Teach us what? What I'm teaching you, Kenya. So, child, Mike is out running. He went to the halfway house. He comes back. Joey trying to set the mood. He got them in that jacuzzi. First of all, so why are you getting naked in that public jacuzzi? Why are you taking your... And I feel like they probably tried to have... Well, I mean, we know they didn't actually have sex. But I feel like that's what you wanted to do in that public-ass jacuzzi. Hot tub, whatever. Okay, JB said he finds it hard to fake it. Okay, maybe people can't fake it then, child. I don't know. Oh, I'm sure he was getting it in jail. There's no doubt in my mind that he was getting it in jail, child. Absolutely. So, you know, they we see that, we see them talking and kissing in the hot tub. And then the next thing we see is the next day. And that's when we find out that they didn't have sex. Now, to hear Joy tell the story, I think it was really sweet. We got to cuddle and just talk. And yeah, it would have been great to have, it would have been great to have sex, but I'm glad that, it was just a nice moment. Whereas on the other end, Michael was like, yeah, I just couldn't do it. Like, and it's making me question everything because I just wasn't into it. Now, why he wasn't into it, I don't know. What it was about him, like that turned him off at this point, I don't know. So the next day, Michael says, Joy says, Michael, child, whoever. I got to go, go to Medicaid. I have to do this. I have to do that. I got to go back past the halfway house and change the time. Yada, 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 yada. Teach us how to fake it till you make it. I can't. Shit. Okay. Moving right along. I don't know what to tell y'all. I mean, and maybe everybody can't fake it till they make it, child, but I guess everybody can't. I don't know. Moving right along. So, then he gets ready to leave. Why he take Michael's phone? I don't know the rules of Medicaid, JB, so I don't know how he got Medicaid. I don't know the rules. But what I do know is that they told that man he had to do job training, and he said he wasn't going to do it. So, first of all, can we start with the fact that Michael said, Joey, child, I get them mixed up. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Is Joey the one that's out of Joey? Joey, can we start with the fact that Joey said that he wasn't going to give up none of his friends, yada, yada, yada. But he said, I don't have much time to be out. So while I'm out, I'm going to make the best of it. This man is already planning on going back to jail. This man is planning on going back to jail. His only intent is to have as much fun as possible until he get caught again. So that lets you know right there that he doesn't have any good intentions in this relationship. Because he doesn't have any good intentions for his life. He can't focus on being in a relationship because he's not even interested in being out of jail. He is not interested in even pretending like he's going to do the right thing. So we can just leave that right there. We can just leave that right there. That man said, I don't have that much time while I'm out and I'm going to have fun. He probably already back in jail. Now, Michael, you knew good and damn well your phone wasn't in that goddamn room. He tore that room up like he thought that you knew he took your damn phone. And the fact that you called the phone and first it was ringing and then it went straight to voicemail. Sir, you knew your phone was in that hotel room and you knew the phone wasn't there. You knew your phone wasn't in that car like he tried to Jedi mind trick your ass into believing that your phone was in that car. You knew good and damn well your phone where that phone was. You knew he took it. That's why you yelled at production when they kept trying to bring it to your attention. You knew that man took that damn phone. And he gonna yell at production. You knew he took that damn phone. And I really wish you had that much bass for my child. And Michael, I really wish you had that much bass for Michael's ass. You had a whole lot of bass for production. I really wish you had that much bass for Michael's ass. Because he playing in your fucking face. Now, last but not least, let's get to this crazy bitch, Brooke. I don't know where y'all keep finding these crazy women from. We had Brooke. We had, y'all told me the girl's name a couple of weeks ago. Lindsay. We had Lindsay. And what was the crazy bitch in Vegas? The one that was messing with the guy in Vegas and he was using up all his money. He went into his 401k and shit. And then he bought her that car. And then she ended up taking that car and driving to her mama's house. And she had all them warrants and shit. Yeah. And then he finally came and got that car. He repossessed that shit. What was her name? Because she was crazy as hell too. And then come to find out she was pregnant with a whole nother man's baby. What is her name? One of y'all remember her. Where do y'all keep finding these crazy bitches from? And I don't know how much of this was production, because some of this I feel like production was playing in our faces. I don't know how much of this was production, but I believe that Brooke is crazy. So Brooke is mad because JK can't go see her kids, not his kids, not the kids that he gave birth to, not the kids that he has any stake interest in. He don't know them kids. He know them kids about as well as he know you. And you said he made promises. He made promises. Ma'am, what promise did he make? To go see him? He can go see him tomorrow. But what I do know is when you called your mama, so anyway, they got into this fight. She pulls over on the she talking about something, she ain't gonna leave, baby. She get the they get to arguing on the side of the road. You can see the production truck behind them just waiting for them to figure it out. Child, they arguing, and she was like, "You made a promise to my kids." He was like, "But we're gonna make me late." She was like, "I don't care. I'm not going. You made a promise to my kids." So he jumps out the car, calls his cousin to come back and get him. His cousin was like, "I'm like, by the time I get there and pick you up, you're gonna be late. Like I'm so far away now, I won't be able to make it." So now he goes back and he was like, "Can you please get me there? Like, I'm sorry, but I I'm gonna get violated. I'm gonna go back to jail. Like, it ain't even been 24 hours yet." So she starts driving, and bitch, she must have been driving like driving Miss Daisy. Baby, she must have been driving like driving Miss Daisy. Baby, did y'all see the way he took them keys out that ignition and dropped out that moving car? She had to have been going 10 miles an hour. Because he was like, now she playing. Now she driving slow as shit. She playing games. Baby, he snatched them keys out that ignition and jumped out the car. She was like, "What are you doing? Give me my keys." He was like, "Nah, I'm driving. Because you driving too slow. You playing games. I'm driving." So now they arguing out there. She won't get in the car. Child, I just read Julius and Alexis are pregnant. Yeah, but then Alexis just said that they broke up, child. Whatever. And child, I usually do the spoiler alerts at the end, but yeah, allegedly Alexis had a whole baby, but now Alexis is saying that they ain't together no more. He's saying they saying they're not together anymore, but I mean, who's surprised by that? Surprise, surprise, right? So then she gets back in the car. He calling her all kinds of you know what. No, you good, Kenya, baby. Child, I don't think it's a surprise to anybody that they together, not together, child. So then they get back to the house, and baby JK is cussing her ass out, calling her all kinds of stupid bitches. So his mother was like, hold up. I don't care what she's done. I taught you better than that. You don't talk to no woman that way. Shout out to the mama. Because she said, "Listen, I don't give a damn what this crazy bitch just done. But you ain't going to talk to her no kind. You're not going to call her out her name. You know better." But baby, once the mama found out why, she was like, "So you want him to go back to jail?" She talking about something. He made a promise to me. He made a promise. She was like, "But y'all," she said, "but you knew what he had to do today. And I'm sorry it took him 3 hours to go to probation, but you knew what he had to do today." Now, what I do know is, and I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. I do know that when Brooke called her mama, the first thing out her mama's mouth was, "I thought you said you was coming to get these boys." So let's be clear. You wasn't really mad that JK wasn't keeping his promise to see your kids. You was really mad because your mama told you come get these damn kids. I said I would babysit for 24, 48 hours. Because let's remember, Brooke been gone for at least 2 days because they drove down to the jail. Remember, she spent the night in the hotel room with the boy's mama, then came back and then stayed at his house in that hospital bed that second night. So now we're on day 3 that she didn't let her kids with her mama. So let's be clear. You was mad because your mama answered the phone and was like, "I really don't give a damn about none of that shit. When you coming to get your kids?" And then it looked like she spent the night another night because, of course, they made up. They made up. And it looked like she stayed another night. So if you was really worried about your kids, why you ain't go get your kids? Why you ain't leave and go get your kids? So the next day, they having the welcome home cookout for JK. Now, here's where I feel like production is playing in our face. We see him talking to his cousin. And he gonna ask to use his cousin's phone. Sir, you just used the phone. He's talking about something. I need to call the other, whatever the other, I think she was an Alexis too, whatever the other girl's name is, and tell her not to come. Sir, you called her the day before and told her not to come. So now you just playing in our face. Like, how many times do you need to call this woman and tell her not to show up? I mean, is she as crazy as Brooke? Are you that worried that she's gonna show up anyway? So he calls her and tells her, don't come. Brooke comes out there. Baby, can I tell you? So Brooke, the mama was trying to basically tell Brooke they need to slow down. And Brooke was like, she got mad at the mama because, of course, she don't want to hear nobody telling her that she need to slow down and her and JK need to, like, she don't want nobody telling her that. So she got mad and, you know, she stormed out. And, baby, she ran dead smack into a brick wall. Baby, did y'all see that conversation that she had with JK's stepdaddy? I'm giving him the MVP. I am giving him the MVP. Because, baby, the stepdaddy told her point blank, JK is a player. JK done had more girlfriends while he was in jail than I've had out of jail. You do understand that you are just one in his harem. I heard that you talking about having a baby. You don't want to have a baby with him. I'm trying to save you here. I'm looking out for you. You don't really want to have a baby with him. Bitch. The way I say and cackle at the daddy, I said, come on, daddy, telling him. Now I don't know how with those teeth, JB. Oh, he got new teeth. Baby, he done got his teeth fixed, child. He done took his WeTV checks, honey, and he done went down to the dentist. He done went down and he done got him some new veneers, honey. I don't know what the technical name is, but he got some new teeth, child. Baby, when I tell you I was so here, I was so here for that stepdaddy. So now Brooke in her feelings. So now she like, well, what is he talking about? Am I just one in his harem? What's he trying to say? I feel like he was very clear in what he said. I feel like he was very clear in what he said. Baby, next thing you know, she rolling up on JK talking about something. Let me see your phone. Now, JK gave her the phone because JK said, well, I done deleted anything in there incriminating. Well, clearly you didn't, because she found all that shit. She done blocked everybody off of your Facebook, especially that ex-girlfriend. She done deleted all these messages. So now she mad. Now she in her feelings. See, ma'am, God sent that man to give you some good shit. See, I don't want no man I got to do all that with. Maybe because I'm just older. I don't know. But I don't want no man I got to do all that shit with. If I got to do all that, we just don't need to be together. I don't have the energy for it. I never did, though. I can't even say it's because I'm old. Because when I was younger, I didn't have that kind of energy. Let me tell you something. I'm going to tell y'all the true story. Me and some of my, this was when I was in college. And I had my little boo thing in college, my little college man. And my car, so I went to a small school. Everybody knew my car, right? Baby, I had a Ford Escort hatchback. That's back in the day, hatchback. Had me a Ford Escort. Me and my friends went out to eat. We went to our favorite little restaurant, this little spot called Texas Shirley's. Anybody that live in Greensboro know Texas Shirley's. And they used to have all you can eat pancakes on like Tuesdays for like $2.99 or some shit like that. We was poor ass college students, baby. Tuesday night was our night. So we went to Texas Shirley's. We were all having a good, and it was like me and maybe 3 or 4 of my other friends. You know, that's how we did in college. We would load up, whoever had the car, we would load up, we would chip in on gas, yada, yada, yada. We came out of the restaurant, we got ready to go, and there was a note underneath my windshield wiper that said, I don't even remember, but it was something along the lines of, stop messing with my man, bitch, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, right? One of them type of notes, some along those lines. Stop messing with my man, blah, 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 blah. I took the note from underneath the windshield. I read it. And I was like, I got in the car. I ain't even say shit. My friends were like, well, what's that note? What's that note? I said, oh, some shit, I guess some chick that left a note telling me to stop messing with her man. And baby, I kept it moving. I wasn't cussing. I wasn't fussing. I wasn't mad. This was before the days of cell phones. So even if I wanted to call him, I couldn't at that point. And they were really sitting there like, she ain't even gonna say nothing. She ain't even mad. She ain't even gonna do nothing. Now, come to find out, it was a prank. My friends had put the note there while we were in the restaurant, and they thought I was gonna act up. They thought I was gonna be like, rah, rah, rah. Let me explain something to y'all. Even in college, now, would my feelings have been hurt? Yeah. But what I'm supposed to do? Stand in the middle of the parking lot of this restaurant and act a goddamn fool? No, I was gonna take them back to the dorm, and then I was gonna go to his dorm, and we was gonna have a conversation. But all of that, rah, 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 I ain't got that in me. Now, I ain't saying I wasn't going to cuss him out. And I ain't saying that I, wasn't side-eyeing the situation. But what was I supposed to do in that moment? You see what I'm saying? So all that let me see your phone, and you're going to go through his phone. Let me explain something. You can block 10 bitches. And there's going to be 10 more next week. Because if he want to go out and cheat, he going to go out and cheat. The question is, why are you still there? So, baby, that was last week's episode. I'm sure we're going to get more shenanigans tomorrow night. But let me say this. Right, JB, and I damn sure ain't about to get played for nobody that just got out of jail. That's not going to happen. But let me say this. So, spoiler alerts. So, the spoiler alert I have for this week is, and I already told y'all part of it. Allegedly, Julius and Alexis have broken up. Alexis posted something on her Instagram. And Julius posted something on his Instagram. I honestly don't remember what they said, but suffice to say, they're not together anymore, allegedly. Last week, I told y'all that JK and Brooke had broken up, that JK got a new woman, and Brooke posted about them not being together. Well, this week, Brooke posted a picture of her and JK together, and the caption read, locked in. So I guess they're back together. They seem like the type of couple that thrive off of drama. So I'm going to let them sit over there with their drama. I already told y'all Bradley and Savannah broke up. Bradley got a new woman, allegedly. Savannah say he gay, so whatever. She says that she found gay apps on his phone, allegedly. I think those are all the updates. Oh, baby, I don't think I told y'all this. Okay, so, what her name? Kiana? Is that her name? Kiana? And Demontre? I think I did tell y'all this, but if I didn't, I'm about to say it again. They're not together, but have a baby girl. You stuck with them. Yes, exactly. Baby, why Kiana's baby daddy has been all over this good internet telling all her business? He said that Kiana cheated on him. Yeah, I did tell y'all this, that Kiana cheated on him with Demontre, and that she ain't innocent. She's so worried about Demontre and his baby mama and all of that she not innocent because he said that allegedly she cheated on him with Demontre, and they have 2 kids together. So, child, it's a whole mess. Anyway, I will see y'all this weekend. Just prepare to get sick of me because we got to get caught up, baby. We got Chasing Dallas. We have Love and Marriage. Well, I guess we do have Love and Marriage Detroit. Never Ever Met. I need to give y'all my thoughts on the last 2 episodes of Never Ever Met. I have some things to say. Really, please go watch this week's episode. Child, I'm behind on Chasing, but I'm gonna get caught up. Y'all, y'all gotta give me a minute. Okay. I didn't remember she had kids either until he started talking about her kids. So yeah, this weekend we'll get caught up. Just bear with me, y'all. Bear with me. And if I can't do them live, I'll do pre-records. Lord, everybody, let me get to Beyond the Gates because you're about the 3rd or 4th person to tell me Beyond the Gates was good. Baby, I don't have a schedule. Just keep your notifications on. Just keep your notification on. That's all I can tell y'all. I'll do something tomorrow night because I don't have any plans tomorrow night, but I have plans on Saturday. Sunday my Sunday is pretty open, so just keep your notifications on, and I'll do the best I can to get caught up by Sunday. That's my plan. My plan is to be caught up on everything by Sunday. So just work with me, people. Work with me. All right, y'all. With that being said, I'm getting out of here. I will talk to y'all later. Peace.